All right, welcome back to the channel. Methodical Man coming at you here. This is a Sunday morning. Going to be going over the 5-minute mechanical gap strategy after 10 a.m. this morning. We're going over the forward test for, I believe this is week number 7. I could be wrong. I'll have to double check that, but I think it is week 7, episode 7. So far, let's kind of go over what the results have been the last 6 weeks. We are at a total of $11,725 in profit using this strategy over the last 6 weeks, averaging $1,914 a week if you're using a mini, one single mini. Now, I am taking this strategy using a mini on a 150K Topstep account as well as using 2 micros on a live cash account. So we just started the live account last week, and so we are taking these trades live 5 days a week. So if you are interested in seeing this traded live, join us at 9:15 a.m. for the live stream. So how does the strategy work? Basically, we are just looking for the first gap to form after 10 a.m. Well, what's a gap, you might ask? Well, a gap is simply a 3-candle setup. So after 10 a.m., we're just looking for a 3-candle setup where there is a gap between the high and the low of candle 1 and candle 3, and then we would take the entry there. So for example, right here, we have a gap between the high and the low right there on Monday. So this was a rather interesting week on this strategy. It's something that we haven't kind of experienced so far. So as you can see here, this is the gap from Monday. Now on this particular strategy, your stop is going to go at the low of candle number 1. So here's candle number 1. Let's go ahead and just put our order on the book here. So in this particular instance, if it's a bullish gap, we would take a long. So right here, we would take a long, and our stop would go right there at the low of candle number 1. Now we're going to be targeting a strict 2-to-1 risk to reward on this strategy. So we will move our target up to kind of show that. So 2-to-1 risk to reward. So do we get tagged in? Not right away. I mean, you can see the day just goes by, right? We're coming into 1 o'clock here. Then at 1 o'clock, we get this swift move back down, 120 specifically, and we get tagged in there. All right. Does our stop get hit? Yes, it does. And you can see if we drug this over. Let me find the little. There it is. So if we drug this over, you can see our stop got hit right here. So on this particular day, it would be a loser of 29.5 handles. We're just going to round up. We're going to call that 30. So on Monday, we're starting off the week a loser of 30 handles. So let's move into Tuesday's action and see what happens. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. If you're not yet subscribed and you're watching the video, please do me a favor. Press the subscribe button. It does help the channel. I'm trying to push into 1,000 subscribers, and once we get there, we'll kind of stop asking as much, we'll say, for you guys to press the subscribe button. So let's find our 10 a.m. handle, our 10 a.m. candle, not handle. So there's going to be a pretty clear gap right here at 10 a.m. on this 10:05 candle there. So let's mark it out. And again, you're taking your long from the top of the gap. You take your short from the bottom of the gap if it was a short. So in this particular case, we have our entry would be here at 132.50. You see price just pushed out of here. Does it ever come back to the 132.50 before the end of the day? It does not. So on Tuesday, it would just simply be a no trade. So you kind of sat there and watched it on Tuesday, and you just see it go without you. Pushing through the target and everything, you're not tagged in. So sometimes you're not going to get trades on this particular strategy, and that's just how it works. So now we're over into Wednesday. Let's find 10 a.m. So right here. Is there a gap? Oh, here we go. There's a gap right here. a bullish gap is formed right there. So we would take a long here, right here, and our stop would go at the bottom of candle number 1. So there's our stop. No need to even look at the profit here. We're just only looking at the loss because we got tagged in right here on this candle, and it just pushed right through the lower day. So in this particular day, we lost 54 handles. Again, we're just going to round up there. So not looking too sharp this week. Now, we've not had any losing weeks on this strategy yet, and we know that's not how trading works. No matter what strategy you're using, there will be losing weeks. So let's kind of pull on over into Thursday here, take some of this other stuff off from that 15-minute strategy. All right, here's 10 a.m. So let's find a gap. Do we get a gap? Oh, there is a gap. So on this particular day, we would have been taking a short. So let's go ahead and get this marked out. Right here. Our stop would have been at the top of candle number 1. So right there. And profit target would have been 2 to 1 would be down here somewhere. Let's keep going until it tells us. There we go. So let's see what happens here. Now, on this particular day, guys, I will tell you that Jerome Powell was speaking. And based on the back test, obviously sometimes you don't know when they're speaking when you do your back test, but I don't factor in news at all, right? So you can see price pushed back up. It tagged us in. Does it hit our stop? It does not. Starts to push down, and it goes down to 966, and we're in from 17. So, I mean, we're up 44, about 50 handles there. But the target is 117 handles. That's the target. So we never hit the target here. Powell starts speaking at noon. So you can see like right here when Powell starts speaking, we just push up. It stops us out, comes back down. I mean, it just started whipsawing. So unfortunately, this is another day where we took a loss. And so that's pretty much put a nail in the coffin for this particular week. You know, you're not at this point, unless we have a huge Friday, it's not going to be a green week there. So probably going to be our first red week on this strategy. But again, you know, trading's not all sunshine and rainbows. You're not going to just win every single week with every single strategy. And we knew this based on the back testing that the strategy's just been kind of front running our back testing. Back testing ran at about a 49% win rate, and we knew this strategy has been outperforming itself up until now. So there's a very small gap right here. I don't think I got it marked out correctly, but it was like a 2 or 3 point gap right there on Friday. And as you can see, price never revisited this gap. It almost got us right here. On this push up, I said, if it doesn't tag us in, then it's going to be a no trade. And the sad thing is was it not Monday? No, it was Tuesday and Friday are both going to be no trades. And on both of those days, had we just been tagged in, this week probably is different. We probably make money if we're tagged in on those particular days. So as you can see, it's a red week. So let's go ahead and add those things up. While I'm adding those up, I do want to mention to you guys that Topstep has offered a free reset using the code 40K subs. So 40K subs, all lowercase. So if you do have a Topstep account, 40K subs is going to be your code for that. So we lost 143 handles this week. We had 0 winning days. That does bring our win percentage to exactly 50%. Now, in the back testing, it ran at 49%. Prior to this week, we were at about a 55%. So coming into this week, we were up $11,725. We did lose $2,860 this week, making our new total $8,865 in total. That is through 7 weeks. So now we are averaging $1,266 per week on this strategy. So like I said, you're not always going to have winning weeks. And if you guys go back 2-3 weeks ago, the 15-minute breakout strategy also had a week where it lost every single day. And it's still running at 21 winners, 18 losers. So sometimes you're going to run into those periods where the strategy is just not going to work out. You got to be able to just push through and continue. As long as the overall risk to reward is correct and your overall win percentage remains the same, then the strategy still is a winning strategy. So like I said, Topstep is offering that reset for free. 40K subs is the reset code if you do have a Topstep account. If you are interested in trading futures, if you use my link down below, we got Topstep, APEX, and Bulenox. APEX currently running a 71% off sale. Bulenox is 40% off, and Topstep is 60% off. So you can pick up a 60% off account. That coupon code is good through this coming Wednesday, which should be October the 23rd or October the 24th. So anyways, if you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me, subscribe. Once again, we are live 5 days a week. Join us if you want to see these strategies traded live. We do trade these live 5 days a week. I am going to start making these videos a little different to include the live trades probably on next week's video. So be looking out for that. And we appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.